Okay, this is section 3, and you're asked to tell whether or not the given side lengths form a triangle. If so, determine whether it's a right, an obtuse, or an acute triangle. And I'm going to solve the first 4 problems here, and for credit, you need to solve problems 5 through 8, the last 3. Okay, so let's look at number 1, and let's figure out if the given side lengths form a triangle. So we're going to add pairs of sides and make sure that they are greater than the third side. So let's take 5 plus 12, and which is 15, which is greater than 13. We're good there. Okay. Take 12 plus 13, which is 25, which is definitely greater than 5. And we'll add 5 plus 13, and which is 18, which is definitely greater than 12. So this is a triangle. So now we can go ahead and figure out what kind of triangle it is. Okay, and we use the Pythagorean theorem for that. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And in this case, a is the smallest, so a is equal to 5. B is equal to 12, and C is equal to 13. So we have 5 squared plus 12 squared, okay, is somehow related to 13 squared. Okay, so 5 squared is 25, plus 12 squared is 144. Remember, your perfect square is up to 13, and 13 squared is 169. So 25 plus 144 is 169. Okay, this is 169. They're equal. So this is a right triangle. So that's that one. Let's change colors here so we don't get confused. Okay. Our next set of numbers is number 2, 8 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. Okay, so knowing what you know now, and what you learned yesterday in class, you should recognize this as something special. So this is 8 and 8, so the 2 legs are equal. Okay, and we have the wide length is 10. So if we have 2 equal legs, we know this is an isosceles triangle. And we also know it's a 45, 45, 90. Okay. So, but we still need to do these same tests. They're just going to be a little bit shorter. So we have to check and see if 8 plus 8, we'll take the first pair, okay, is greater than 10. 8 plus 8 is 16. Obviously, it's greater than 10. So let's take another pair. 8 plus 10. If that is greater than 8, and sure enough, 18 is greater than 8. We don't need to check anymore because the only one we'd check after this is 10 plus 8, and that's the same as 8 plus 10. So now, let's do we're going to have A equals 8, B equals 8, C equals 10. So 8 squared plus 8 squared is somehow related to 10 squared. Times 8 is 64, plus 64 is related to 100. Okay, 64 plus 64 is 128. This is greater than 100. So this is an acute triangle. Okay, remember when the a squared plus b squared is greater than c squared, it's going to be an acute triangle. Okay, so let's look at number 3. So we're first going to check and make sure it is a triangle. So we'll take 4, oops, let me change colors here so they don't get confused. Come on. Okay, so Okay, so my first pair, I'm going to take 4 plus 12. Okay, 16 is greater than 13. Okay, 12 plus 13, which is 25, and that's definitely greater than 4. And 4 plus 13, which is 17, is greater than 12. So it definitely is a triangle. Now I need to figure out what kind it is. So my A is going to be equal to 4. My B is going to be equal to 12. And my C is going to be equal to 13. So 4 squared plus 12 squared is somehow related to 13 squared. 4 squared, 16. 12 squared, 144. 13 squared, 169. Okay, 16 plus 144 is equal to 160. 160 is less than 169. So we have ourselves an obtuse triangle. Okay? So there really isn't enough room to do this fourth one, so I'll erase this guy. If you wanted to copy that, you have to go back and rewind the video and then copy it. Okay, so we're going to change colors. How about a nice orange? Okay, so we're going to do it up here. So I'm going to take my first pair, 8 plus 12, okay, is 20, and that is going to be greater than 13. Okay, 12 plus 13 is 25, and that's definitely greater than 8. Okay, 8 plus 13 is 21, which is definitely greater than 12. So yes, we do have a triangle. Okay, so let's figure out what kind. So A is equal to 8. B is equal to 12. C is equal to 13. So 8 squared plus 12 squared is somehow related to 13 squared. 8 squared is 64 plus 144 is somehow related to 169. So 64 and 144, okay, 4 and 4 is 8, 6 and 4 is 10, carry the 1, 6, 7, 8, 808, no, that can't be. What am I doing? 2. Sorry. 208 is definitely greater than 169. Okay, so since a squared plus b squared is greater than 169, just like up here, we have ourselves an acute little triangle. Okay, so that is section 3.